Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for August 2024. We're going to jump right in here. You have the Success and Triumph card. It says, nothing will be able to get in your way. You will surely come out on top. Love it. You have this healing energy. It says you're in the process of healing, eliminating any bad energy from your life. I feel like you've been dealing with that all year. Kind of like healing, dealing with like toxic vibes and people and situations. And now you're just kind of like releasing or letting go or removing it completely from your life, which is always a great idea. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. I kind of feel like both of these cards, the Four of Pentacles and Four of Cups, are talking about past disappointments that you've dealt with. And I feel really good about that Eight of Wands because I feel it's saying that you are just letting go and, moving forward. The Eight of Wands would represent quick movement or a quick conclusion, but it can also just represent forward movement, and that's really what I feel like it's talking about. And, I feel that you're moving forward very quickly. With the Four of Pentacles, I think everybody this month is going to be pretty well focused on, kind of stabilizing their finances. I think that throughout the end of the year that this will continue to be a theme, throughout the end of the year, probably through all of 2025. Since 2016, I've been talking about Neptune and Pisces and how, I believe personally, I can't prove it, but I don't know, go watch some of my old readings, my lives from like 2016. Because I was basically saying how, by the time we get to like 2024 or 2025, we're going to see craziness in finances. And I pretty much haven't been wrong. So, that's really what I feel. Neptune rules anything that flows. And it's in Pisces, which is the sign of flow, right? So we call it currency, right? And I feel that there are going to be major changes in finances and things like that. Do I think people need to be paranoid preppers right now? Absolutely not. I think people just need to, pay attention, have a little bit of extra cash on the side, or whatever. I wouldn't go overboard. I wouldn't go crazy. I don't think it's necessary. But like I said, there are going to be changes. The good news is that I think people's thoughts are on stability. The Four of Pentacles is about stability. So I think, for the most part, you're going to be doing things that create more stability in your life. You have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is like past disappointments. The Four of Cups is kind of interesting because there's this one cup that's reaching out of the clouds. Like he's been disappointed with what he has received, these three cups so far, but he is getting another opportunity. He's kind of like getting one more chance. And we go up to this Nine of Wands, which the Nine of Wands is somewhat similar in the sense that the Nine of Wands says, give something another shot or take another chance for to allow something to work in your life. And so I feel like there could be like a new opportunity or a big opportunity coming in for you. And it might be something that looks very similar to a past opportunity, like maybe you failed at your job or, maybe a business idea didn't work out or something. I do feel it's financial. And I feel this is saying like, take another chance. You have the Eight of Wands. Again, I think this is probably your most important card here. Every once in a while, not always, but, sometimes a card will really stand out to me in a reading. And you actually have two things that really stand out to me. This Eight of Wands, which I feel is talking about forward movement and, completing past cycles and just moving forward in general. I really just get very general energy off of this Eight of Wands. But you also have the Tower with Judgment. I consider this to be the most powerful combination in the tarot. These two together are actually not bad. They can represent like a major revelation or having a major wake-up call. And so it seems to me like there could be some sort of wake-up call or revelation that you're having about your life. The Judgment card is showing up in the good stuff. So, I think that this revelation or, this wake-up call or light bulb moment could be very profitable or just good for you. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is about conflict and competition. I think that you need to move into something where there is competition. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you like a few times over like the last year or so, that it seems to me like you could be in an industry like your career or your work where maybe there is a lot of competition. And, I want to stress that you don't have to take part in the competition. You can just choose to do something where there is competition, but you do it in your own way, right? Like, we don't have to compete if we don't want to. If you want to, go for it. Like, I'm not like one of those people. Like, I truly believe that we're moving from a time of competition to co-creation, Pluto and Aquarius, basically. But like I always say, that doesn't mean competition is just going to disappear or go away. And also, there is such a thing as enjoyable competition. And some people like competition. And, that is okay. And it should be as well. But I kind of feel like this is saying you can do something without competing, right? You can just rise to the top, or you can do something in your own way, which will set you apart from the competition. With the Four of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, time to get started. Everybody's been getting the Knight of Pentacles for the past few weeks, and I really feel like now is our chance. I would say that we have like a good few years here to, kind of manifest some sort of dream that we have, or to do what we've always wanted to do. And by doing that, by manifesting your dream, you are clearing up like past karma and things like that. You're basically telling the universe that you have learned from all your lessons. So I think it's time for people to not hesitate. And I feel it's time for people to really try to bring their dreams down to earth, or, whatever you want to call it. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, really good. Queen of Swords, she normally has clouds only halfway up her body, and she's always looking into the future. And so it kind of says that she finally sees things clearly on her path, and so she can move forward. So I feel, again, that the Eight of Wands is really just very general. It's just saying that you're finally moving forward. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you right now, you have this this planner card. It says take financial inventory and see what needs changing. Yes, like I wouldn't be paranoid, but I would definitely prepare. You have this right path card. It says you're on the right path. Keep moving forward. Love it. So I think this is a little bit of confirmation for your path. The Nine of Wands definitely says to keep going. The Nine of Wands, I also kind of get somewhat like second chance vibes here. I don't really look at the Nine of Wands as a second chance, but he is the wounded warrior. He has tried to do something like 8 times behind him, and he's giving something one last shot. So, I do get that energy of you maybe revisiting something. And we do have, the whole entire month is basically Mercury retrograde. It's like from the 5th till like the end of the month practically. And I feel for a lot of you that we go down to that Judgment card, and it is an amazing time. I do feel also, everything is lining up. We have this full moon tomorrow. I'm shooting this video on the 20th. So tomorrow, the 21st, will be a full moon in Capricorn. It's the second full moon in Capricorn that we're having in a row. And so I think everything is lining up for the month of August for people to kind of like look at those things that they've always wanted to accomplish, that they've tried to accomplish before, that they've failed on, and to do it again. So I think this is an amazing month to work on like reinventing an old idea or trying again. And if you do that, I think that's what will lead to this revelation or, Judgment card. Judgment, these people are stepping into a new world. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life, and they are being called into their new life. So I would do something. You have the Four Swords. Four Swords, like resting, relaxing, recovering. We do have Mars going retrograde at the end of the year as well. So I think, getting ahead of that Mars energy and kind of recharging your batteries, making sure that you're really taking care of yourself, especially in Leo. Leo can kind of have to do with health as well, just like Virgo. Leo can have to do with like our life force, our vitality. So anything you can do to make sure that you're like being healthy or taking care of yourself or getting more energy, like all that stuff is a good idea. And it will just help you get through the end of the year and the beginning of next year when we have Mars going retrograde. So I would make sure to do that. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. Again, you don't have to compete. You can work on a team with the competition, or you can even team up with competition, and that will lead to more success. I also feel Three of Pentacles is a card of recognition. These people are recognizing the hard work that he has done to create those pentacles. And so I feel you could be receiving, positive feedback or just, some sort of recognition for the work that you've been doing, which is great. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Get to work, right? Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon, and it really represents success from work that you've done in the past. Like I said, I think it would be an amazing time for you to, revitalize or reinvent or redo an old idea or an old project because, again, that's literally what the reading is saying. You could also be repurposing something as well. I think that this particular retrograde is really good for, repurposing old ideas. I just went live yesterday. I haven't gone live in like a year at least, right? So I think, it's a great time to redo those things that you used to do that used to work for you. With the Four of Swords, and I would reinvent them. Again, I want to stress that in November, we're going to have Pluto going into Aquarius, and I think a great hack for that Pluto and Aquarius energy is to take all your ideas and think, how can I add like a little twist to this in my business or my career? How can I, twist this or make it something a little bit different? You don't even have to go that crazy, but, if you do a little bit of something, it will be very helpful. And with the Four of Swords, you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. I think, and we've talked about this before, that you have had a situation that made you feel weak. Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles to the Tower. And I like I've said to you in past readings, I feel that this is something that you need to like get out of your head. You need to pry it out of your brain. Because sometimes I think something happens to us where even like it's been scientifically proven that, when we're like 2 years old, we hear the word no like something like a million times or something. I don't know actually how many times it is, right? So as adults, we just keep thinking no, 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 because I'm choking. Now, because when we were young, we were taught no, right? And so I feel, and I also have something in my eye. I'm an absolute mess today. But what I would say here is that I feel this is saying that there's something that happened that really just doesn't apply to you anymore. It doesn't apply to your situation, but you're still having maybe these moments where you kind of freeze up or hold yourself back because you were told no, and I'm not saying it was no. It might have been something else. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, Temperance is about turning one thing into another. It is the card of alchemy. So again, another card of kind of like adding a twist to the things that you do, especially in work or career. I think this reading is really talking about your finances, but also like how you see yourself. And so I think that would be a great time to work on the vision that you have for yourself and how you see yourself, and add a positive twist to however you feel about yourself. You have this in the area of messages from your future self. You have this Pearl card. It says Hidden Gem. You also have this Crown. It says Success and Pride. Three of Pentacles, right? Three of Pentacles would be, being celebrated for your success. The Hidden Gem card could be like this light bulb moment that could be coming in off of the Tower. I'm actually going to skip forward to the Tower. The Tower has this lightning bolt striking the top of the tower, and this could be a light bulb moment that is happening for you. Again, I always look at the Tower as a bad thing. We can't avoid towers in life. If we didn't have tower moments, we would all still be wearing diapers. I don't know about you, but I don't want to wear diapers, so I'm glad that we have tower moments in life. But the Tower can also represent a light bulb moment. It's like, yes, it can be uncomfortable because you're coming back down to reality. The whole point of the Tower is that they've been ignoring reality, and now they're seeing reality for what it actually is. But the other thing I would say is, like I already said, with the Judgment card, this makes the Tower much more different, because this right here, the combination, represents having a major revelation or gaining a new understanding. You have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands, a card of expansion and growth. I feel it's time for everyone to expand and grow and, really do something wild and crazy in their life, and mostly just to change their lives. So, if there's an idea that you have that is expansive, this could be the thing that gives you your crown in your life with that Crown card, or this could be something that will be very successful. The Three of Wands really says we have to go on the journey. You also have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is all about committing. I think in this situation, Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that when you really believe deep down inside that you can do something or that you will accomplish it when there is no other way, then that's when you will really accomplish something. I'm also noticing that you have two cards of boundaries, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands. I think it would be a good time to have healthy boundaries. I also do have something popping into my head of like a person, trying to come back from the past and trying to mess up your day or something. So it might be a good time to block any exes. It might be a good time to avoid exes and all that other stuff. With the Three of Wands, you have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Wands. What I was going to say is that the Nine of Wands, he is also holding on to one wand right here. And you have one wand right here. On the Three of Wands, he's also only grabbing on to one wand. So the Ace of Wands is saying to me that maybe you have a really good idea. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. Same here, Tower. Tower is out with the old, in with a new idea or new belief system. And so I feel like that Ace of Wands is saying your life is about to become more passionate, and you need to be move towards your passions as well. And the Seven of Wands, also holding on to one wand. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Chariot. Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. So just like the Seven of Wands, which says what when you believe there's only one way to do, or when you believe in the way that you're doing something, then it will be successful. The Chariot really encourages you to take control. I think the Chariot is also a card of setting yourself apart. He's normally leaving the city behind him, and I think it's really the most important. Everybody reads the Chariot as like a victory, success, blah, 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 triumph, inner strength, having willpower. But really, I think it's a card of setting yourself apart, doing something different with your life. And I feel like you are becoming enlightened, or you're waking up to the different ways to do things in your life with these two cards, and I would just move towards it. With the Tower, you have the Hierophant. Yeah, this is probably divinely guided, or, again, this could be information that you're receiving in your dreams, in your daydreams. Could be information that you're getting intuitively as well. So I think that you need to pay attention to your intuition. The Hierophant isn't really a card of intuition, but he is the connection between the heavens and the earth. He's the bridge between the two places. And so you literally could be having revelations that are, from the universe or God or whatever you believe in. And I think you need to bring these things down to earth. You need to manifest them in reality. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Spider Spirit, says make your dreams real. You have the Seahorse, it says watch and wait. Yes, the spider is about implementing a process in your life. The spider has to weave its web before it can catch bugs. So it basically says that there is a process that you can follow that will lead to, abundance, success, whatever, in your life, and you need to follow that process. I would also say if you're not following a process, then you need to. It's like, I used to be a marketing consultant for many years, and I still consult to this day from time to time, and I cannot tell you how many businesses I've worked with over the years that have no freaking clue, like, what is working in their business. And, the same thing is true for life as well. It's like, we have to know what's working, and it's like the easiest thing to correct, but I think it's also the easiest thing for people to overlook is, what's working, what's not working, right? And so we have to have a process so we know what is working. And there's about 2 billion videos on YouTube all about developing a process for everything you could possibly imagine: health, wealth, happiness, everything. So I think that it would be a great time, like whatever you want to improve in your life, it would be a great time to, learn a process to follow so that you can. You have the Nine of Swords, again, coming up in the good stuff. The Nine of Swords would say you're ending a negative cycle. I think you're releasing yourself from this, going this way. The 2 5s with the Tower. Like I said, it feels like something to me, and I've said this to you before, it's like those things, those 2-year-old things, the nose from when we were 2 years old. Sometimes I think they cause a reaction in our body where we like freeze up and we're like, oh, I can't do this, but really it's just your 2-year-old self that's saying that. And so the good news is I think that this is the release of whatever that is. You have the Hangman. The Hangman is about gaining enlightenment. I feel like the Hangman is saying that you have made certain sacrifices in your life, and now you're ready to move forward from those sacrifices. You have the Judgment card, and like I said, major revelation, but I also feel the Judgment card is saying that you are being called to a new life, and so things are changing. I think that you're getting comfortable with the changes, which is good. Again, you could even be working differently. You could notice that you're doing things just different in your life, and again, I think that would be a very good thing. With the Nine of Swords, you have another two of Wands. 2 of Wands, he has the wand behind him. He's reaching forward. He's grabbing the wand in front of him. It says what's in the past is complete, and now he's reaching forward to something new. Out with the old, in with the new. With the Hangman, you have the your card, the Hermit. So I think you're just showing up in a very strong position here. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. With the Judgment card, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is curiosity. And so I think, like, if you are feeling called in new directions, I would just be playful about it. I would be a 2-year-old about it, right? I would just explore ask questions, ask why, take those risks and realize that you're not 2 years old anymore. You don't have to ask anyone for permission to do anything. And I feel like the Page of Swords is really just saying, play with life. And, especially if you're curious about like new directions, revisiting old things and reinventing them, being that playful, curious self, I think will be very helpful. You have this authority card. I think you could be becoming an authority. You have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is you being recognized for your work. So if you're trying to like develop a business, or if you just want to be seen as a leader in work, or if you're trying to take the lead, I think this is a very good thing for you. You have this bluff card. This bluff card represents doing things that people don't expect you to do or don't think that you could do. So you could be doing things that are calling people's bluff at this time. Next, you have this Lust card. Again, not really a love reading. I do feel like this is saying move towards your desire. We see a lot of Wands here, and I think the Wands cards are encouraging you to listen to your desires, especially that Ace of Wands, which says follow your passion, follow your bliss. And I feel like that's what this card is talking about. Of course, again, we're going to do weekly readings. There's always love available to us, but I do think people are maybe a little bit more focused on money right now. You do have this Romance card. If you do want love, of course, like I said, it's available to you. And, just because love doesn't show up doesn't mean you won't have it. So, like I said, there definitely could be a connection coming in for you. You have this Discrimination card. This is a card about learning how to tell the difference between, like what's right for you, what's wrong for you. I think the Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles to the Tower was a lesson that you learned over the past few years that has taught you, like what is good for me, what is bad for me, and now you can avoid the things that are bad for you. But a really good reading here, Virgo. I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.